This live presentation of Wayne Finger Lakes High School basketball on FingerLakes1.com is brought to you thanks to the support of Generations Bank, Bill Cram Chevrolet, Little John Orthodontic, Marshall Exteriors, It's a Wonderful Run 5K, Ticino's Pizzeria and Restaurant, Finger Lakes Partner Insurance, Brad Van Dusen Photography, Penny's Place Family Restaurant, Stever's Garage, The Omen Theater, Red's Place, Wilson Press, Connor's Diner, the Newark Pilots and Geneva Red Wings, the Downtown Deli, FingerLakes1.com digital marketing.
Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome live inside Newark High School. Sight of the night, Section 5, Class D1 Boys Quarterfinal between the Batavia Blue Devils and the Newark Reds. I'm Jim Sinicropi, sitting alongside Rhett Ticconi up here above the court at Newark High School. And
hey, Jim.
We got a great day here on Finger Lakes 1, Rhett. We have this bottom half of the bracket, the 2-seed Newark taking on number 7 Batavia.
Yep.
And then later tonight, 7 o'clock, we'll be live at Waterloo High School for Geneva, who is the 5-seed, against Waterloo, the 4-seed, in the same bracket.
Yep.
And these teams, both games today, are playing for a spot in the semifinals on Wednesday night.
Play each other, right? That's that side of the bracket?
No, it'll be Newark.
Opposites?
Yeah, they're opposite sides. So Newark comes in red hot.
Yeah, 7 in a row.
Batavia's had kind of a slow start to the season, but as of late, they've been hot.
Absolutely.
And these two teams certainly know each other pretty well, and it's should be a great basketball game here on Saturday afternoon.
Absolutely. A rematch of an earlier game this season at Batavia. Newark came away with a close 56-50 win. And, both teams very similar. Batavia played in a pretty tough conference. Like you said, they were up and down a little bit this year. Newark obviously playing in the always tough Finger Lakes East. And it really caught fire late. They were hot early, had a little bit of a slow start or slow middle to the season, and then finished strong.
Batavia comes in at 11-10 overall, winners of 1 straight, playing in the Monroe County League. Newark comes in at 16-3, 11-3 overall, and this is coming off a season where the Reds were 7-14. 6-8 in the league. First round loss to Wellsville as a 9-seed in Class B opening round last year. And what a turnaround for second-year head coach Henry Caparis. Yeah,
well, the team that Newark had last year was a team that lost a lot of seniors from the year before that made it to the final against Minders in 2017. And, these juniors from last year have really stepped up as seniors between Vandemortel, Martinez, Peters, Augusto, Elliott, all that crew have really taken their games to the next level, and it showed this season with a 16-3 record.
And when you talk about both these schools, especially Newark, really one of the class programs in all of Section 5.
Absolutely.
They have 12 sectional titles. That's currently second in Section 5 for most wins since 1975, with Lions being number 1 just a couple miles down the road here. 15 championship game appearances. They're 9-6 in the title game. 8 regional appearances. 4 New York State Final Four appearances. No New York State titles, but Newark has a real good shot to add another sectional block to the trophy case this year.
Absolutely. Yeah, they come into this as, might not be the prohibitive favorite, but they're definitely right there as the number 2 seed. And I think what they have done over the course of the last 7 games with their defense, they're going to be really tough to beat all the way through. That being said, Batavia played them close, has been playing better as of late. And, a guy in Mason McFarland's, who is probably their best player, who had 25 against Palmyra the other day. He really makes things go for them. He pushes the ball up the floor. He's a really good three-point shooter, and Newark is definitely going to have to be aware of where he is.
The winner of tonight's game will move on to face the winner of the 6-seed Greece Olympia Spartans at the 3-seed Hornell Red Raiders. That's at 6 o'clock this afternoon. The top of the bracket, where we'll be at 7 o'clock against the 4-5 game with Waterloo and Geneva at Waterloo High School. And then they'll face the winner of the top seed Greece Odyssey against the 8-seed Livonia, and that game's at 5 o'clock. So this whole quarterfinal round for the Class B1 boys is going to play out through the course of this afternoon and this evening, and we're going to keep a close eye on the games that we're not at. But, of course, we're here in Newark, and at 7 o'clock we'll be live in Waterloo. These two teams previously on January 15th met, and Newark came out with a 56-50 win at Batavia's Gymnasium. And then if you go back to 2014, Batavia defeated Newark in the Class A2 semifinals in the Blue Cross Arena. That was the season that Geneva eventually went on to beat Batavia and Jeff Redband and company in the Blue Cross and capture the sectional title in Class A2. So mentioned Newark coming in hot with wins against Pelmac, Penn Yan, Waterloo, Geneva, and then the big one that really turned people's heads was on Valentine's Day, defeating Wayne 69-63.
And that's a major win for them, and it just sparked their confidence that these guys have right now is at an all-time high. Beating a Wayne team who won the league, no small task, and to do that. To take that into the sectionals right before sectional start is a great win for them.
So, got a windstorm coming up tomorrow, predicting power outages, potential damage. Just want to remind you, if your home does sustain any damage, call Marshall's Exteriors, your one-stop source for all your home's exterior needs. Check out their website at marshallsexteriorsny.com. And Rhett, as we have about 7 minutes here on the pregame clock, what's the Marshall's Exteriors keys to the game in terms of what Newark has to do to advance to the semifinals?
Well, I think for Newark, for sure, when you mentioned McFarland's, they have to know where McFarland's is at all times on the court. Almost probably they might even go into a deny situation with him, whether it's a box and one or some type of zone that chases him around. Keep him out of the paint because he likes to distribute the ball. Also be mindful of him around the three-point line. Their second chance points. They have a couple good rebounders. Francis and Cam White, they got to look to keep them off the boards. And then really just for Newark, play like they are, play like seniors, play like the experienced team that they are. If they do that, the season that they've had, the win streak that they've been on will continue through. They should win this game if they play like the Newark team they've been all the last 8 games or so.
And then if you're Batavia, I think you're looking to shut down the big two for Newark. That would be Jaden Peters and Mason Vandermortel. Vandermortel scoring 34 points in that win against Wayne. Jaden Peters, one of the hottest shooters in the Wayne Finger Lakes when he gets going. And so I think if one of those two guys has a 20-point game, they should be okay. If both of them do, it should be an easy win tonight. Right,
exactly. For Batavia, same thing that Newark has to do for McFarland's. Batavia needs to do that against Peters. Deny him the basketball. Don't let him create and make things happen. Vandermortel, they're going to have to probably double team him down on the post. If he gets going, that'd be trouble for Batavia. And then really just disrupt that Newark motion offense. They run it so well. They've run it since they were second graders. They've been running the same offense all the way coming up. So it'd be really important for Batavia to disrupt that. If they can do that, they could be in good shape. But if Newark is flowing and everything's going well for them with that offense, they're going to be tough to stop.
Yeah, something a little different for Newark this year for anybody that's watched them play is they're playing a lot of zone defense, historically known for their man-to-man defense exclusively. Right. This year, showing a lot of zone, and it's obviously worked as they're 16-3 heading into this ballgame.
Absolutely. I think that, not that they needed to turn around their season per se, but like we said, they had a couple hiccups in the middle of the season. Going to that 2-3 zone has really turned it up for them and changed the way the season's gone for them.
I want to remind you that this special presentation of Wayne Finger Lakes postseason high school basketball is brought to you by Marquee Exhibits, your nationwide custom rental trade show booth solution provider. Marquee Exhibits handles all your trade show and special event needs, including booth design, custom build, custom rental, graphic design, setup, teardown, shipping, and logistics. With offices in Las Vegas, Chicago, D.C., and New York, Marquee Exhibits is everywhere you need to be to coordinate your next trade show or special event. Visit www.marqueeexhibits.com. That's MARQUIS exhibits.com, or call Joe Helgato today at 585-370-6649 for a no-cost, no-obligation trade show review today and leave your mark. So this is game number 2 for FingerLakes1.com here in the 2019 postseason. Game number 3 coming up at 7 o'clock. On Monday night, we're going to be at Victor High School for the Class C1 semifinal doubleheader featuring Marcus Whitman against Avon and Gananda against CG Finney. We're really looking forward to that one. And then
Absolutely.
we're probably going to be, if Newark wins tonight, that would set up another doubleheader in Class B1 on Wednesday night, location to be determined, with Newark on the bottom half of the bracket and then either Geneva or Waterloo at the top.
Right.
And a special treat coming up on the Bill Cram Chevrolet halftime report. We have Geneva Panthers head coach Brian Miller going to join Rhett and I in the booth to preview that game coming up at 7 o'clock. And that's going to be a real interesting game between a couple of Finger Lakes East opponents, where the last time they played it took a fall-away three-pointer from Kyle Saluka to win by 1 as with 0.8 seconds left on the clock. So if that game provides any type of drama like that, you'll want to tune in tonight at 7 o'clock.
No doubt.
But a little different feeling here today. It's an afternoon ball game. You don't see too many of those here in Newark. Usually the game's on Tuesday, Friday, Saturday nights. So it's a little different vibe going on in here. It's a little brighter. Mind you, too, that we will be Jeremy Hunt, our own Jeremy Hunt, bringing you the images that you'll enjoy in our webcast replay tomorrow morning, Sunday morning, starting at 8 a.m. We'll replay the Waterloo Minders girls game played last night. 10 a.m. will be the video replay of this game between Newark and Batavia. And then at 12:10 p.m. we will show you the video replay of tonight's Geneva-Waterloo matchup. So we have about 1:51 here on the pregame clock as fans filling into the gymnasium. It was a late arriving crowd, but really filling up pretty good. Newark has 5 cheerleaders here, and I know they have a much bigger crew than that normally. We have some students, shirtless students with the letters REDS across their chests. We have a fairly good turnout from the students so far. Directly across from our position here, high above midcourt in the Crow's Nest. The referees for tonight's ball game will be Corey Lamberton, Eric Sage, and Mike Gentile. And we are getting close to that won't work, sorry. He's going to turn it us. Well, sorry, it's not going to work.
One thing, now that we're in the quarterfinals, the Section 5 tournament, you go to the 3 referees. So every game now will have 3 referees from here on out.
Yeah, 3-man crew, which I think that probably makes coaches feel a little bit better that less things are going to be missed. And certainly a veteran Board 60 crew here tonight as we are now getting ready for pregame announcements, and we will be getting a national anthem tonight. There'll either be a recording of the Newark High School Chamber Choir or a live performance. We'll have to wait and see which is the case. Of course, this gymnasium in Newark refurbished a few years ago with a giant block N, Newark in the middle with a diagonal, divided diagonally with maroon and gray. Baselines.
Beautiful gym.
It is. The sidelines of baselines outlined in Newark maroon with Newark spelled out on both baselines. To our right, below us to our right, is the Newark bench. Below us to our left is the Batavia Blue Devils bench. And Batavia coached by legendary coach Myron Brasky. Certainly no stranger to postseason games like this where drama's high because somebody's going home.
Absolutely.
Somebody's season's ending, somebody's moving on.
Yeah,
We're calling it Survival Saturday here on FL1 Sports.
Definitely a contrast in the experience of the 2 head coaches.
So we're ready for the national anthem. Again, this is a pre-recorded anthem provided by the Newark High School Chamber Choir. And an excellent rendition, although it be pre-recorded. Now we're getting ready for starting lineups again. Newark looking to advance to the semifinals, be just one game away from the Blue Cross Arena at that point. They were last in the Blue Cross Arena in 2017 as they lost a great final game to Miners Academy in the 2017 Class B title game. The year before that was the last year they captured a sectional title, defeating Pelmac 68-65 in the B1 championship. Then they lost to Wellsville in the state playing round. And, you know, Rhett, there's another chance for an all-Wayne Finger Lakes East final in the Blue Cross this year.
Yeah.
Geneva, Waterloo, and Newark still alive.
Yep. I mean, Odyssey will be tough, obviously, but, you know, there is that chance. Newark's no stranger to Section 5 semifinals and finals. It's always good to see the Reds participating and having another good season.
So now you're hearing the starting lineups for your Newark Reds. For Batavia, it will be Caden White, a 6-foot junior. Zach Gilberto, a 5'10 sophomore. Mason McFarland, their leading scorer, a 6-foot senior. Andrew Francis at 5'10, he's a senior, 3 years on varsity. And Camden White, a 6'3" center. For Newark, it'll be Kyle Martinez, senior point guard at 5'11. Jaden Peters, 3-year varsity player and senior at 6'2", guard forward. Mason Vandemortel, also a senior at 6'3". Aiden Elliott, a 6'2" senior, and Devin Augusto at 6'5", just a junior. So experience across the board for both teams here in the starting lineup, and Newark probably has a little bit of a size advantage, but it's not dramatic.
They do, and one thing I will say, though, with their experience, they don't have the deepest bench in the Wayne Finger Lakes or Section 5, so it's going to be very important that they avoid foul trouble today. Batavia will look to get to the ball into the paint and make plays from there.
So we're just about ready for the opening tip. Batavia moving from our left to right, wearing their royal blue uniforms with white lettering and a white stripe down the side with blue diamonds. And Newark in their home whites, maroon lettering, gray trim. Newark across the front. And it will be referee Corey Lamberton getting set to toss it up. And it'll be White jumping against Augusto, and the tip goes out of bounds. And they're going to have to, actually be Batavia basketball.
See Newark looking like they're going into a man-to-man to start. Nope, they're going to be
2-3 zone.
2-3, there it is again, 2-3.
As Gilberto with the basketball, swinging it around to McFarland. Now inside to the block, it goes to White. Now back out top to Camden White. Or Caden White, excuse me, 2 Whites. Newark almost got a hand on it. Now a deep 3 ball on the way and missing from Mason McFarland's rebound. Newark, it's Kyle Martinez with the basketball, bringing it across half court. Martinez between the legs, surveys the defense. It's man-to-man from Batavia. Ball goes to Augusto, now top of the key. They find Vandemortel on the block. He spins with the right hand and puts it in from 3 feet. 2-0 Newark early.
We're going to a little 1-3-1 press now.
No problem for Batavia as they get it over. That would be McFarland's getting it inside, and it's Camden White blocked from behind by Elliott, and here comes Newark the other way. Kyle Martinez pulls it up. He's guarded man-to-man by Andrew Francis. Ball comes over to Augusto, and cutting out top is Elliott. Ball gets knocked away, but he tracks it down. Now back into the hands of Vandemortel on the near side, foul line extended into the corner to Augusto. Martinez is posting up. He doesn't get the ball. Now it's out to Peters. He drives, stops at the foul line. 10 seconds to shoot for Newark. Threw it back to Peters. He wasn't expecting it, but the ball bounces into the hands of Vandemortel, and we have a foul with 4 seconds on the shot clock near the foul line area. And it looks like they're going to get Mason McFarland with his first.
Yeah, that was a tough one there. He definitely reached, but he, back off a little bit on that. They were going to have to shoot up a prayer there.
So fresh shot clock for Newark. They were having trouble getting anything going on that offensive set. They lead 2-0 with 6:38 to go. Inbounds now to Vandemortel, and he buries a 3 from the corner as he was falling away. All 5 points so far today scored by Mason Vandermortel, 5-0 Reds. Batavia breaks the press again now. It is Andrew Francis with dribbling with a left hand into the paint. Back out now, it goes to Caden White. McFarland's with the basketball, one dribble. They swing it back around to Caden White, now into the corner. A 3-ball on the way from White, no good. Rebounded by Kyle Martinez. He's looking to push. Gets it to Vandermortel on the far side wing. Now back to Peters, top of the key three-pointer. Back iron, no good. Tracked down by Caden White. Into the hands of Gilberto, and here comes Batavia straight to the hole, hanging and missing, but getting fouled is Andrew Francis. He'll shoot two.
Augusto had a chance there on that last drive for Newark to get a layup. He stopped at the elbow. Martinez was looking for him, didn't get it to him.
And the first free throw rims out for Francis. Not sure who they tagged with that foul. Second free throw rattles in, and Batavia's on the board. It's 5-1, 5:52 to go first period. Vandermortel in the corner, back to Martinez, left wide open for three. Off the front iron and backboard, no good. Aiden Elliott there grabs the rebound, misses the wide open putback, gets his rebound again, goes up strong, and puts it in off the glass.
Nice work by Elliott there, 2 offensive rebounds.
And Coach Brasky has seen enough. It's 7-1 Newark with 5:39 to go here, first period.
And he is not happy down there in the Batavia huddle.
They did not post that last foul for Newark. I want to say it was Devin Augusto. It was either Augusto or Elliott.
Yeah, he was in that position there.
Want a great meal while pinching a penny? Come to Penny's Place Restaurant in the Liberty Plaza between Seneca Falls and Waterloo. And Brad Van Dusen Photography offers family, senior, and wedding portraits, as well as specializing in photos of area student athletes. Book your appointment at bradvandusenphotography.com. And out of the timeout, Batavia inbounds underneath their own basket against three-quarter pressure from Newark. And they get it across the timeline into McFarland's hands. He takes it into the paint, now kicks it back out for a 3-ball attempt off the back iron from Andrew Francis, and another rebound for Newark. This time it's Peters outletting to Martinez. Martinez beats his man off the dribble, dumps it to the corner to Vandermortel, out top to Augusto. Thought about a three, now he's dribbling, picks up his dribble back to Vandermortel. They'll reset with 20 seconds to shoot. He gives it to Augusto as Elliott fights for position at the foul line. Augusto loses the handle into the hands of Martinez. Baseball pass way across court to Vandermortel for three. Hits the back iron, goes over the backboard. It'll be Batavia basketball. 7-1 Newark early.
Batavia's doing a great job, very disrupting the Newark offense. They're tough man-to-man that they've been playing.
And Zach Gilberto, the sophomore, running the point for the Batavia Blue Devils. Passes the far side wing extended to Francis. Now down to the block to Camden White. He takes a couple of dribbles, tries one from the block, no good. Gets his own rebound, puts it back up, no good. Devin Augusto pulls it down. Augusto and Elliott, strong interior defense. Now it's Vandermortel quickly the other way. Skips it way across the court to Jaden Peters. He shoots an air ball into the hands of Andrew Francis. Now here comes Batavia the other way. McFarland's into the corner. 3-ball on the way from Camden White. That's an air ball, and it's off of the hands of Camden White. It'll be Newark basketball. First substitution of the ball game. It will be Jake Humes coming in, a 6'1" junior, as Caden White takes a seat. So it'll be a little easier for me to call without two whites on the two white boys, Caden and Camden White on the court at the same time.
Let's see here. Looks like Batavia's staying with their man-to-man.
Martinez swings it over to Vandermortel in the corner, dumps it into Augusto. Nice spin move, left-handed finish with a kiss, and Newark leads 9-1 with 3:58 to go in the ball game. McFarland's pulls up for three. Leading scorer still scoreless, hits the iron, goes over the backboards and out of bounds. And with 3:54 to go, it's been all Newark early.
Yeah, I don't think Coach Brasky's is happy with as much as they're settling for the three-pointer. And not hitting them, and it's making it tough on them.
Kyle Martinez with the hair up in a bun, dribbling with the right hand, crossover up top to Vandermortel. Vandermortel working off an Augusto pick. He jumps and passes to Peters now. on the near side wing. Back to Martinez, dribbling with the right hand across. Deep three on the way now for Vandemortel. He knocks it down and raises his hand in the air as he continues down court. 12-1 Newark now. Vandemortel with 8. Batavia again handles the pressure. It's Gilberto now between the legs. Gets it inside to McFarland's, who fouled by Martinez and makes the shot. McFarland's flash, caught the ball just outside the far side block on the left side, spun and banked one in. That's
what Batavia has to do. They just need to settle down a little bit. Don't just shoot the first three that happens. And
McFarland's completes the three-point play. It's now 12-4 with 3 minutes to go. And that foul will go to Kyle Martinez. That previous Newark foul, it was Mason Vandemortel. And now Martinez takes a couple dribbles, lets one fly from the left side, too hard off the backboard. Augusto strong for the rebound. He goes up against McFarland's, and we have a blocking foul. That really could have gone either way. Instead, they're going to tag Jake Humes with his first foul.
Yeah, he got over there just a touch too late. He was a little aggressive in trying to get that charge. Almost bodied up and bumped into the Newark.
So Martinez inbounds. Newark's spread out across the baseline. Vandemortel pops up to the foul line extended to get the inbounds. Elliott then finds Peters for three from the top of the key. Mark it down! 15-4 Newark. Gilberto across to McFarland's now. And it's Humes controlling it. Some penetration there from, wow, nifty shot by Andrew Francis. He was fouled, which pushed him underneath the basket, but he reached back with the left hand and just got it over the rim.
And another and one play. Again, getting the ball down low, that's where they've had a little bit of success in the last couple minutes of this quarter.
That's the first foul on Devin Augusto as Kyle Martinez takes a seat. Josh Green checks in, and the free throw rolls off. Rebounded by Augusto and quickly pushed up to Vandemortel and back to Josh Green. Green, the 6'3 junior, with the basketball into the paint. Strong drive and take, and finishes at the rim. And it's 17-6 Newark. McFarland's. As Batavia works it around the outside of this Newark zone. Now a three ball on the way from Humes. That's no good. Kept alive by McFarland's, but tracked down by Green. No, actually, great play by Joe Martinucci, the 6'2 senior, checking into the ball game. He was battling for the rebound with Green. He looked like Green had position, but Martinucci snagged it from him, threw it off his leg, it went out of bounds. So now Batavia inbounds. And Andrew Francis with a bounce pass and a reversal. It's Humes to McFarland's, who misses a three from the corner, and it's rebounded by Vandemortel into the hands of Josh Green. So they got Josh Green manning the point guard right now as Martinez is set to check back in. Actually, Martinez now walking. Yeah, Martinez is going to check back in a second, along with, well, quickly the other way off a turnover is Batavia. McFarland's with great body control to finish. He now has 5 in the lead, 17-8 Newark. It'll be Nicholas Bernardi and Martinez checking in next whistle here with 1:05 to go first quarter. Josh Green, top of the key. Dribbling with the left hand. Gives it up to Peters now. Peters working off a pick from Augusto. Finds Vandemortel for three. That's way off, way too hard. Didn't even draw iron. And now Batavia pushes it the other way. Jake Humes into the corner. And a drive by McFarland's can't convert.
Wanted to call there.
36 seconds to go. Newark by 9. And again, it's Green to Augusto. Finds Vandemortel on the block. He spins and tries a right-handed hook shot that misses. And we've got a foul on Newark on the rebound.
Looks like they're going to get over the back on Elliott.
So Newark spreading out the fouls. We got Martinez, Vandemortel, Elliott, and Augusto with one apiece.
Bernardi and Martinez coming back into the game for Newark.
22 seconds left as Batavia walks it up, trailing by 9, and it looks like they'll hold for one. Gilberto is paused in the giant block and at midcourt. Now with 10 seconds to go, they get to work. It's Humes finding Gilberto. Now a little skip over to McFarland, who's wide open, but his three ball at the buzzer is off the mark. And after one period of play here at Newark High School, your score, Reds 17, Batavia Blue Devils 8. Second quarter action straight ahead here on FingerLakes1.com.
The newest way to save money is also the easiest way to save money. With the new My Gen Perks mobile app from Generations Bank, you get access to thousands of local and national discounts on shopping, dining, travel, and so much more. The savings don't stop there. Generations Bank's Go Premium and Go Preferred checking accounts also include cell phone protection, roadside assistance, and 24/7 Tri-Bureau credit monitoring. Saving money is for everyone. Stop by any Generations office or visit mygenbank.com to open your account today. Member FDIC. Dr. Littlejohn, Dr. Barbie, and their outstanding orthodontic team share a common goal: to ensure the overall wellness of each of their patients through their exceptional orthodontic care. Dr. Rod Littlejohn and Dr. Liz Barbie are proud to support our area high school athletes. All roads lead to Bill Cram Chevrolet, Waterloo Thruway Exit 41, Highway 5 and 20 in Seneca Falls. Browse their full Cram-tastic new and used vehicle inventory online at BillCramChevrolet.com.
And second quarter action just underway. It's Newark basketball as Nick Bernardi with the ball, top of the key. Whips it inside to Augusto, who catches it, but he's fouled from behind by Joe Martinucci. That'll be the third team foul on Batavia. Newark will inbound underneath their own baskets. It's Martinez, Green, Peters, Bernardi, and Augusto right now as it goes out top to Green. Swings it to Peters, tries a three ball with McFarland's right in his face.
That's his spot on the court today.
Nothing but the bottom of the net for Jaden Peters. 6 points, 2 3-pointers. Newark leads by 12, and almost a steal from Augusto, who was picking up at about three-quarters court, but it was a kick. And now Batavia will inbound. It's Andrew Francis, Gilberto, McFarland, Martinucci, and Humes right now for the Blue Devils. We're working around the outside of this zone. Now McFarland tries a quick three from the wing. That's short, but tracked down by Andrew Francis, who puts up a baseline jumper and knocks it down. Much needed points for the Blue Devils. They now trail by 10.
Yeah, they got to just settle in and keep looking for McFarland. That shot will start falling for him if he keeps at it.
Now Augusto controls, finds Bernardi, top of the key. More man-to-man defense from the Blue Devils. Green dribbling with the right hand, finds Peters. Peters takes a couple dribbles, kicks it to the corner to Bernardi. Back to Peters, far side, foul line extended. He takes a dribble and finds now Kyle Martinez. They get it to the corner to Josh Green with 5 seconds to shoot. It goes way out top to Peters. Man in his face, lets a three ball go off the rim, no good. Rebounded by Andrew Francis, who kicks it up to McFarland. Now into the corner for a three ball attempt. That's off the mark from Gilberto, and the rebound ends up in the hands of Nicholas Bernardi. And now here comes Martinez between the legs, pulls it back out. 6:17 to go. 10-point lead for the Reds into the quarter for Peters. Dribbles up to the top of the key, pulls up from the free throw line. That's way off the mark. McFarland pulls it down, and the Blue Devils looking to push. Reds get back on defense, though, but Humes is left open in the corner, and he knocks down a left-handed three-pointer. First points of the game for Humes, cuts the lead to 20-13. And Martinez now finds Green, thought about a three from the far side wing. It's into the corner to Peters, back to Martinez. Skips it over to Augusto. They try to dump it into Josh Green on the block. Nice catch. He kicks it out to Peters, who rises and fires and converts from 15 feet.
Newark did a much better job moving the ball around the floor that time, getting to the spots and finding Peters on the right wing there.
8 points for Jaden Peters at 22-13 Newark here. 5:17 to go, second quarter. Batavia gets back to work against this 2-3 zone from Newark. Humes into the corner. McFarland is open. Three ball on the way. Swish!
And that's what they need to keep doing.
8 points for Mason McFarland. Now Augusto spins. Guarded by Humes. They're going to say he carried the basketball. Another turnover for Newark as Vandermortel checks back into the ball game. And it's going to be Augusto taking a seat.
Batavia's defense has been very disruptive, Jim. They basically every time down the court they're either going to a zone or a man-to-man or a hybrid of both with zone on the bottom and man-to-man up top.
Zach Gilberto takes his first rest of the game, and we got a JV player into the game wearing number 42 for Batavia as McFarland's misses a three-pointer, rebounded by Vandermortel, and it's Kyle Martinez with the basketball driving into the lane, now all the way underneath the basket and back out top. So he made a big loop, gets the ball to Bernardi, kicks it back to Martinez for three. That's off the mark. Long rebound into the corner, saved by Josh Green into the hands of Nick Bernardi. Now kick it out to Martinez, tried to drive, but he was denied. And Henry Couperis wants to talk about it, calls a timeout, giving you a chance to tell you about Finger Lakes Partners Insurance for your life, home, auto, and future. Locations in Geneva, Victor, and Waterloo. Get a free quote online at fingerlakesinsurance.com. In the downtown deli in Seneca Falls, where a half is like a whole, check out their menu at sfdowntowndeli.com. And Newark's been a good job, done a good job of making outside shots. They haven't gotten much inside. Pretty good defensive effort from both teams so far. Yeah,
Newark has stayed with their 2-3 almost exclusively, a few times picking up 1-2-2, about three-quarter court. Batavia done a really good job, though, disrupting the motion offense, where Newark's needed to settle for threes. They've made them, so that's worked out in their favor at this point. But Batavia's definitely settled down and gotten into the flow of this game with their defense.
So Newark will now inbound with 27 to shoot, 4:08 to go in the second quarter, 22-16. They lead by 6. It's the closest Batavia's been since early in the ball game. And now it's Aiden Elliott with the basketball. Tries to dump it into Vandermortel, but there's a bad pass way too low at Vandermortel's feet. Turned over, Batavia basketball. Andrew Francis now, bounce pass to McFarland. He takes one dribble in the paint, throws it off the glass, and gets it to hang on the front of the rim and eventually fall in. And McFarland is heating up. He has 10 points here in the first half to lead all scorers. Martinez left wide open, playing catch with Josh Green. Josh Green now open for three, misses. Big rebound for Peters, but he has it snatched away by the Blue Devils. Now Andrew Francis got caught in the corner, and it was a kick from Kyle Martinez. It'll stay with Batavia, 28 seconds to shoot. McFarland's inbounds up top to that JV call-up. We'll get his name at halftime for you. And now McFarland's lets fire from three, and he hits! And all of a sudden, the Batavia Blue Devils showing signs of life. The lead now just one for the Reds.
Shoot or shoot. He's doing that. He's getting his team right back in this game.
3 minutes to go in the second quarter, and Newark just 5 points in this period as Green steps up, takes an open foul line jumper, and knocks it down. 4 points for Josh Green now. Lead back to 3. Here comes Batavia. McFarland's guarded by Peters on the near side wing of that zone. They get it over to Humes. Now Andrew Francis finds McFarland. That's a three-ball goal. That's way off. Air ball right into the hands of Aiden Elliott. And with 2:33 to go here in the second quarter, here comes Jaden Peters with the basketball, finding Vandermortel in the quarter. Up top to Kyle Martinez. One dribble and a skip to Peters now with the basketball, dribbling up to the top of the key and leaving it back for Martinez with 18 to shoot. It's Vandermortel now finding Josh Green at the top of the key, flashing. Now it's Martinez driving baseline, spinning, denied. Back up top to Green, 7 seconds to shoot. He's way out by midcourt. He doesn't know it. They get it to Peters, though. 3 seconds on the shot clock, and Peters dribbles off his foot. Here comes Batavia the other way. Slick bounce pass to McFarland, who finishes with the right hand, and he's fouled by Mason Vandermortel. Might have been better off just letting McFarland have the 2 there.
Great body control by McFarland. That's his third time that he's gotten to the hoop and gotten fouled.
And just as importantly, that's the second foul on Mason Vandermortel as Augusto checks back in for Vandermortel. And McFarland's really heating up here. He has 15 points now. 15 of the Batavia Blue Devils 23. Misses the free throw, though. Rebounded by Newark, and they lead by 1, 24-23, 1:50 to go. First half. Martinez left open for three again. He lets a three ball go. That's off the mark. Rebounded by McFollins. Blue Devils pushing. McFollins thought about pulling up for three. Instead, he takes a Euro step towards the rim, loses it, but back into the hands of Batavia, and eventually into the hands of Hume, who knocks down an open three, his second of the quarter, first lead of the game for Batavia. They lead 26-24 with 1:24 to go. Martinez open again. They seem content to give him that three-point look. Now they hand it off to Peters. Finds Martinez. Back to Peters, top of the key. Now Martinez lets the three ball go far side wing, and just as I say it, he rattles one home. Kyle Martinez with his first points of the game puts Newark back up top, 27-26. 1 minute to go, second half. Reminder to stay with us. Geneva head coach Brian Miller will be our guest on the Bill Cram Chevrolet halftime report as Batavia works against that zone. Hume's left open again, but he misses. Rebounded by Josh Green. Newark up 1, 43 seconds to go. 30 seconds on the shot clock, about 11-second differential. Martinez open again, thought about a three, didn't take it. Hands off to Augusto. Augusto swings it to Martinez. Far side of the court. Here comes Peters to get it up top, but great defense by McFollins denying the pass. Martinez now finds Augusto at the foul line. Back to Martinez. Another three ball on the way. Off the mark for Martinez, and we got a foul on Batavia. That'll be Gilberto's first foul, and the Batavia fans to our left are not pleased with that call. And Coach Brasky really giving it to referee Mike Gentile in front of the Batavia bench. 20 seconds to go here. It's 27-26 Newark. Kyle Martinez to inbound underneath his own basket. The Reds spread across the baseline. It goes into Adian Elliott on the corner. He pump fakes, drives baseline, out of control. Offensive foul! It was Joe Martinucci who stepped in, and that's two fouls on Adian Elliott.
I'm not sure he thought he was going to go there. Martinucci had 1 foot out of bounds, and Elliott put his head down, went right into him. No question on that call there. And he's going to take a seat on the bench.
That's his second foul, as there is, 15 seconds to go in the half. As Bernardi checks back in. Batavia will hold for 7 seconds to go. It's Gilberto, but Bernardi steps in and picks off the entry pass. 3 seconds to go. Martinez finds Peters. Half court heave. Oh, off the mark. It was on line, but just off the mark. And Newark had opened up an early lead, Rhett,
yes.
But Batavia comes storming back. The Reds lead by 1, 27-26.
Yeah, a little surprised that Newark, they were content to stay into that 2-3 zone, and once Batavia started hitting a few three-pointers, I thought they might come out and switch to a man-to-man. I think they're more athletic, they're bigger, they could definitely use that to their advantage, and maybe we'll see that in the second half.
So, reminder that the Bill Cram Chevrolet halftime report straight ahead, where we'll have Geneva head coach Brian Miller preview that Geneva-Waterloo game coming up at 7 o'clock. Once again, your score after 2 periods of play, Newark 27, Batavia 26.
Check out Generations Go Premium and Go Preferred checking accounts with MyGen Perks. Visit mygenbank.com to open your account today. Little John Orthodontics are proud to support our area high school athletes. Visit them online at littlejohnortho.com.
This live presentation of Wayne Finger Lakes High School basketball on fingerlakes1.com is made possible thanks to the support from Marshall Exteriors. Are you looking for a contractor to give you a new roof, siding, windows, or other exterior home project? Marshall Exteriors is your one-stop source for all of your home's exterior needs. Check out their website at marshallsexteriorsny.com, but don't forget they finish basements too. While you're talking with them, ask about their new Everlast Garage. This thing is amazing. It's a wonderful run 5K. It's a winter run like no other through the streets of Seneca Falls, the town that inspired Frank Capra's holiday classic, It's a Wonderful Life. Learn more and register at itsawonderfulrun5k.com. Cicino's Pizzeria and Restaurant, celebrating 22 years in the Finger Lakes with locations at 22 Main Street in Waterloo, 40 Exchange Street in Geneva, and Del Lago Resort and Casino. Dine in, take out, delivery, catering, and banquets. Order online at cicinos.com. Live, laugh, and eat well. It's the Italian way. Brad Van Dusen Photography is a full-service photographer serving the Finger Lakes region, offering family, senior, and wedding portraits, also specializing in sports photos, collages, banners, and other keepsakes for your student-athlete. For more information, find Brad on Facebook or visit bradvandusenphotography.com or visit bvdsports.com. Penny's Place Family Restaurant, located on 5 and 20 in the Liberty Plaza between Seneca Falls and Waterloo. Well known for their large portions and home-cooked meals, a large selection of breakfast items, and everything from burgers, salads, and wraps for lunch. If you want a great meal while pinching a penny, come to Penny's Place. Jimmer's Auto offers a full inventory of late model cars, trucks, and minivans. Check out their full inventory online at jimmersauto.com. And for service, visit Stever's Garage on Fall Street in Seneca Falls. Jimmer's Auto and Stever's Garage, strong supporters of local high school athletes for over 40 years. The Omen Theater in Lyons, the most modern theater in the Finger Lakes, is also the oldest theater in the U.S. See what's playing at omentheater.com. Red's Place in downtown Seneca Falls, locally owned for 42 years and serving great lunches Monday through Friday from 11:30 to 2 p.m. Wednesday night is wing night with 60-cent wings in 10 different varieties. For over 65 years, the Wilson Press and Mail House has been serving Central New York as commercial printers with a full-service mail house specializing in offset and digital printing, graphic design services, full mail house services, marketing and advertising plans, and fundraising programs. Call them today at 315-568-9693 or visit them online at wpress.com. Connie's Diner on Main Street in Waterloo has the ambiance you will only find in a true diner. Let the Cardozola family serve your next breakfast, lunch, or dinner from their vast menu of time-tested favorites and original recipes. Visit them online at connieswaterloo.com. The Newark Pilots and Geneva Red Wings of the Perfect Game Collegiate Baseball League. Your major league connection with 7 players drafted last season. The Downtown Deli in Seneca Falls, where a half is like a whole. Giant deli sandwiches, subs, daily lunch specials, and homemade soups, chili, and mac and cheese that will warm up even the coldest winter day. Also, try their famous paninis or star sandwiches. Check them out online at sfdowntowndeli.com.
It's Big Truckin' Deals here at Bill Cram Chevrolet. Check out this cramtastic inventory for big truckin' deals. Whatever truck you're looking for, we've got the inventory. Trucks for towing, trucks for family, trucks for work, and trucks for fun. Whatever you're into, we've got a big truckin' deal waiting for you. All roads lead to Bill Cram Chevrolet, Waterloo Exit 41, Highway 5 and 20 in Seneca Falls. See all our trucking deals at BillCramChevrolet.com.
And welcome back inside Newark High School. Your score at halftime, Newark 27, Batavia 26. Newark opened up a double-digit lead before getting outscored in the second quarter, 18-10 by the Blue Devils, who now only trail by 1. It's time for the Bill Cram Chevrolet halftime report, and Rhett Ticconi and I are joined up here in the loft above the gym here at Newark High School by Geneva head coach Brian Miller. And this is a great day, Coach. We're coming here to watch the lower half of your bracket, and then tonight we'll see your Panthers take on Waterloo in a really interesting Finger Lakes East matchup. I want to preview that in a second, but first your thoughts on the first half here today.
Well, I think Newark did a great job coming out of the gate and getting a nice lead. Batavia changed up their defense a little bit there and went to a triangle and 2 on Peters and Vandemortel. I think that was a great move by Coach Brasky, and really it's going to be up to Newark, kind of the other guy, the Martinez, the Augustos, the Elliots, and the Greens to make some plays, because I think Batavia is going to take Peters and Vandemortel out of the game, similar to what we tried to do against Newark both games, and we kept them in the 40s. Unfortunately, we were a little inept offensively against Newark both games that we played them, so we weren't able to get it done. But I think Batavia has the kind of shooters around the perimeter, and if they can really limit those 2 guys, I really think they got a pretty good shot here.
They do like the 3-ball, Batavia, and I was a little surprised, Coach, and I know we spoke about it briefly, but that Newark didn't use their athleticism and changed to a man-to-man a little bit.
I think they've played maybe 2 possessions a man all season long. They're not going to change what they've done this far. They're 16 or 17-3, whatever their record is for a reason. I can't see them coming out of that. And I think they're just going to try and guard. They got to guard the arc better for sure. I don't know how many. I guarantee you Batavia's taken more 3s than 2s in that first half.
Absolutely. Yeah, it certainly seemed that way. And McFarland's quite a player.
He is. He's very good, and you can see he's got a quick release, and he'll shoot it from anywhere.
So after this one concludes, we're going to be packing up, heading over to Waterloo High School after a quick stop at Tom Wall's for some dinner. And then 7 o'clock tonight, Geneva, Waterloo at Waterloo. You guys split in the regular season, but I've been saying you essentially won both games. It really took a last-second desperation heave for Waterloo to beat you guys in Geneva. Playing a league mate for the 3rd time, and both you guys have teams that are good enough to win a sectional title. Just talk a little bit about that matchup.
I think the only thing good about it is the bus ride's a lot quicker than it would have been if we had gone to Hornell.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's difficult to play. I mean, we both know each other. There's no secrets. You know, the preparation was pretty easy for us, and I think we've got an idea of what we want to do. We had a shoot around this morning before I came over here to take this one in anyway. So I think our guys are ready. We're prepared, but you know, when you never know how guys are going to react in the sectional game, especially early on. It'll be a lot of. I think Batavia took a minute there to settle in. You know, you're out there and you have, I call it game slippage. You know, you got an idea what you want to do, but you get out there and you lose your mind a little bit at the beginning of a tight and an important game like this. And so hopefully we have very minimal game slippage. It's my goal to kind of get my rotation in early in the game so everyone gets their feet wet, and we'll go from there. It should be a great one. You know, Coach Pittifer's looking forward to it. I talked to him at the league meeting the other night, and it's going to be a great atmosphere. We're really looking forward to it.
Yeah, it's pretty much a dream matchup as far as Finger Lakes 1's concerned, to get a game like that so close to home. And, you know, like you said, you're familiar with the venue. You think you're going to bring a lot of fans, and is that going to fill up tonight?
Yeah, I hope so.
It's a big gym.
It is a big gym. I hope our folks come out and we get as many people there as possible. Unfortunately, our girls took it on the chin last night, and some of the guys were over at that game at Mid Lakes, but we're hoping that some of those folks come out and are there. So the more the merrier. Should be a great game, and again, we're really looking forward to playing.
Well,
yeah, good luck, Coach.
Yeah, good
Thanks.
luck. We'll
Appreciate
see you in a few hours.
We'll be there.
About 15 miles away.
Thank you.
All right. So that's Brian Miller, head coach of the Geneva Panthers. Again, that game, their quarterfinal matchup on the other side of this B1 bracket will come at 7 o'clock tonight. You can hear it live on FL1 Radio. And, Rhett, we're about ready for the second half.
Yep.
I mean, what does Newark need to do to get back their mojo that they had in the first quarter?
They need to keep working the ball around and understand where Batavia is making those switches from a straight man-to-man to the triangle and one or back to the zone. They look a little lost in the shot clock running down, and then they're starting to get desperate for shots, and it's really forced them to take shots that they don't want, and that they've turned the ball over a little bit, and they got out of their game of the way they played the first 3-4 minutes of that opening quarter.
Let me run through the first half scoring for you real quick. For Batavia, it was all Mason McFarland's 15 points, 6 for Jake Humes and 5 for Andrew Francis. For Newark, 8 from Jaden Peters, 8 from Mason Vandemortel. Vandemortel's coming all in the first quarter. 3 from Kyle Martinez, 4 from Josh Green, 2 apiece for Aiden Elliott and Devin Augusto. Vandemortel and Elliott have 2 points apiece, and the Reds lead by 1 here. 27-26 as the second half is underway, and Batavia's first possession leads to a wide-open layup from Camden White, but he's fouled.
Right out of the gate, Jim, North didn't go to a man-to-man, but they did go to a high 1-2-2 there with Augusto on the top of that.
And that's the third foul on Aiden Elliott straight off the bat. And for the first time since the opening tip, this ball game is tied as Camden White makes the first of 2 free throws. He can give the Blue Devils their first lead, but he misses. And that's rebounded by Augusto. And it looks like Coach Couperis is going to stick with Elliott with those 3 fouls here. 27 apiece. Kyle Martinez guarded man-to-man by Zach Gilberto. Gets it to Peters, dribbling top of the key. Now kicks it over to Vandemortel, who finds Augusto at the foul line. Back out to Peters for a deep 3. On line, but too strong off the back iron. No good. And there's a foul on the rebound. And it looks like they're going to get Andrew Francis, and much to the delight of the Newark students, So Newark will get another shot at it here in this tie ball game. Connie's Diner has the ambiance you'll only find in a true diner. Check out their menu at connieswaterloo.com. Here comes Peters into the lane, and an offensive foul. He tried to take a Euro step and kind of jumped right into the arms of Zach Gilberto.
Yeah,
Easy call for Mike Gentile.
It's good to see him take the initiative and drive to the basket, but he wasn't even looking. I think he was trying to pass that and then ended up holding it and ran into him.
Just the first foul for Peters, but Batavia now with the basketball, still looking for their first lead of the game. It's Humes now working inside out to McFallons. Bounce pass to Francis, and he throws it away. Vandemortel with the basketball, thought about streaking down the right side. Instead, kind of curved into the top of the key and gets it to Kyle Martinez. Newark will get to work against this tough Batavia man-to-man defense. Behind the back goes Martinez, finds Vandemortel, lost it into Augusto. Can't handle it, but gets it back, kicks it out to Martinez. If Augusto caught that, he would have had a layup. Now, way across court to Vandemortel. Into Peters' hands, 10 seconds to shoot. And now Vandemortel tries a three that's way off the mark and pulled in by Camden White. Here comes Batavia. McFallons finds Humes in the corner. His kick out picked off by Martinez. Then Martinez dribbles off his foot, gets it back, and he's fouled from behind by Humes. And it looks like he undercut Martinez. Might have hurt Martinez's leg as he's just got up limping a little, but looks like he's going to be okay.
Yeah, Batavia slid right in there a little recklessly to get after that ball, and Martinez's knee got caught up underneath.
That'll be the second foul on Humes, and Martinez is going to take a seat as Josh Green checks in, and Augusto inbounds to Green. Green running the point while Martinez on the bench at 6'3". Jaden Peters now in the corner, picks up his dribble, kicks it out to Augusto, working off a pick, and now Peters tries a three. That's no good. And Newark shooting a lot of three-pointers and not making a lot as of late. They kick it up ahead to McFallons. He dishes it underneath, pump fake, and the finish by Camden White. And just like that, first lead of the ball game for Batavia comes with 5:51 to go in the third.
McFallons made that nice drive and dish.
Peters guarded man-to-man, and boy, Vandemortel got elbowed in the head on the block. Refs didn't see it. Shot with a right hand by Josh Green's off the mark from the opposite block, and here comes Batavia again. McFallons into the lane, a little floater, and the kiss converts. Great shot by Mason McFallons. Great body control, great touch, 4-point lead, Batavia. So now Augusto finds Green, and this Newark offense is anemic since the first quarter. Green picks up his dribble, finds Aiden at the foul line, high-low to Vandemortel. Vandemortel kiss off the left side and converts. And there's some offense, a little high-low and a finish from Vandemortel. His first point since the first quarter.
Yeah, they've been doing a good job of denying him and double-teaming him. Really had no chance to get himself going on the block.
Humes dishes inside, and the right-handed finish is good. And the foul, it's Andrew Francis with the finish. Extends the lead to 33-29 for Batavia, and a free throw to make it a 5-point lead as Bernardi is checking in for Vandemortel, who takes a seat. And Aiden Elliott, Vandemortel's staying in the game.
Yep.
Elliott's coming out because that is Elliott's fourth foul. And Andrew Francis completes the traditional three-point play to give Batavia their biggest lead of the game at 5. It's 34-29, 4:38 to go, third period. Jim Sinicropi and Rhett Ticconi above the gymnasium here at Newark. Survive and advance as Peters tries a foul line jumper, misses, but it's off the knee of Camden White and out of bounds. It'll stay with Newark.
Batavia's got all the momentum right now, Jim. They're getting the looks they want on offense, and they're definitely disrupting Newark's offense as well.
High lofting pass into Vandemortel in the paint. He spins, and crafty finish over the front of the rim for the senior. 34-31 now, Batavia leads. And we got a travel. It was Andrew Francis off the pass from McFallons, just shuffling his feet before attempting to drive. And it looks like the this last sequence has kind of stemmed the tide for Newark.
The 2 straight times down the court that they've gone to Vandermortel, and it's worked out for them. They need to see heavy doses of him this next few minutes.
Green to Peters in the quarter. Vandermortel fronted and guarded from behind there on the block. Augusto now with it top of the key. Back to Peters. They're trying to get to Vandermortel, but they're all over him on the block. Now Josh Green slowly on the far side of the court, dribbles with the left hand, leads it to Peters, working off a Vandermortel pick. Kicks it over to Augusto. Now it's Bernardi, foul line. Boy, Vandermortel was wide open. They missed him. Instead, out to Peters for 3, too hard. Long rebound into the hands of Andrew Francis. And Bernardi absolutely missed a wide open Vandermortel. As on the other end, McFarland's drove in a little circus shot, missed, rebounded by Newark. He wanted a foul. Newark gets back to work.
Yeah, he was out of control that time going to the basket. Good no call.
Green basketball, far side foul line extended. Back up top to Augusto, about 35 feet away. Finds Vandermortel on the wing. A couple dribbles and a drive. Misses a shot. Bernardi came down with the rebound, then lost it. Out of bounds off of Batavia. It'll be Newark basketball along the baseline.
You know, Batavia's playing with a lot of energy right now, and Newark seems to be more just hanging on, and they need to get a little more aggressive moving forward here.
Vandermortel grabs the inbounds pass and pulls up from 18 feet. Misses. Rebound, though, by Josh Green. Puts it home with the right hand. Green has 6. Newark pulls back to within 1, 34-33. 2:54 to go, third period. Zach Gilberto with the basketball over to Francis. Foul line to White, out to the corner to Humes. Great ball movement by Batavia into the hands of McFarland's, and Augusto picks up a foul guarding McFarland's on the perimeter, and that's going to be the second on Devin Augusto. So it's Bernardi, Vandermortel, Augusto, Green, and Peters for Newark as Batavia inbounds with a fresh shot clock. And a wide open free throw jumper goes down from Camden White. They just sat and watched him shoot that, and the lead back up to 3 for Batavia. Josh Green now still manning the point with Martinez on the bench. Peters finds Vandermortel at the foul line. He works against 2 Batavia Blue Devils, rises and fires and misses off the back iron from about 6 feet. Rebounded by Batavia with 2:09 to go. Into the corner, McFarland tries a 3. High arcing 3's no good. Bernardi pulls down the rebound, hands it to Peters, who gets it to Josh Green. And now Green walks it across the timeline. Under 2 minutes now to go, third period. Reds trail by 3. Into the block to Vandermortel. 1 pump fake spin out to Peters now. 3 ball on the way. Good! All tied up in Newark, 36-36, 1:40 to go. Now we're seeing some quarter pressure from the Reds. No problem for Batavia, though, as McFarland finds his way into the lane. Now kicks it out to Francis. Look for the answer for 3, no good. Up for the rebound was Humes, but he couldn't handle it. Into the hands of the Reds. Josh Green now controls as Newark gets back to work. 1:19 to go, third period. Martinez up off the bench, set to check back in next whistle. Augusto dribbling on the perimeter, lofts it into Vandermortel, kicks it back out to Jaden Peters. Peters now dribbles top of the key. 13 seconds to shoot. It's Josh Green far near side. Foul line extended to Augusto top of the key. Shot clock down to 7. Peters far side, drives baseline, pulls up, and he's fouled on the jumper by McFarland's. So 2 free throws coming up from Jaden Peters. And another possession where Newark ran that shot clock right down and really didn't get a good shot, but bailed out by the foul.
Yep. They're moving the ball a lot better against the Batavia zone. Batavia's gone to more of a 2-3 zone now, and actually a made shot by Peters there. But they are still getting late in the shot clock, and it's resulting in some tough shots for North.
So Martinez back in. It'll be Bernardi taking a seat next to Aiden Elliott on the bench as Newark has the lead again, 37-36, 57 seconds to go, third period. Second free throw on the way and down. Peters now with 13 points on the afternoon, and with 54 seconds to go, more quarter pressure from the Reds. They break the press over to McFarland's. Quick touch pass to Marinucci. Now a 3 on the way from Humes in the corner. He misses it. Kyle Martinez out-rebounded by Francis, who finds Humes now opposite side. Swings it to the corner for McFarland's for 3. No good. Air ball And Mason Vandemortel just went over the back of Jake Humes to pick up his third foul.
Batavia's ball movement's been great this quarter. However, they're taking some quick shots. I'd like to see McFarland's maybe pump fake and drive to the basket. He's got the opportunity, but he's a little heat check on him right now.
So with 33 seconds to go, Mason Vandemortel takes a seat with 3 fouls. And for the first time today, Dustin Case, a 6'1 junior, checks in. And a nice inbounds play by Batavia leads to a wide open layup for Joe Martinucci. And it's all tied up at 38 seconds to go. 38-38, 20 seconds to go, third period. Green with the basketball, guarded by Humes, picks up his dribble, over to Peters, right in front of the cheerleaders on the far side of the court. 10 seconds to go. Martinez now back to Peters. Peters holds it. 7 seconds to go. Peters guarded by McFarland. 4 seconds, just dribbling, takes a 30-footer. No good. Ball over the backboard and out of bounds, but it looks like that'll do it here for the third period of play. And so, boy, we got a good one. 8 minutes of basketball left to go. Winner advances to the Class B1 semifinal. Loser goes home, 38-38. Stay with us. Fourth quarter action straight ahead on FingerLakes1.com.
The newest way to save money is also the easiest way to save money. With the new My Gen Perks mobile app from Generations Bank, you get access to thousands of local and national discounts on shopping, dining, travel, and so much more. The savings don't stop there. Generations Bank's Go Premium and Go Preferred checking accounts also include cell phone protection, roadside assistance, and 24/7 Tri-Bureau credit monitoring. Saving money is for everyone. Stop by any Generations office or visit mygenbank.com to open your account today. Member FDIC. Dr. Littlejohn, Dr. Barbie, and their outstanding orthodontic team share a common goal: to ensure the overall wellness of each of their patients through their exceptional orthodontic care. Dr. Rob Littlejohn and Dr. Liz Barbie are proud to support our area high school athletes. All roads lead to Bill Cram Chevrolet, Waterloo Thruway Exit 41, Highway 5 and 20 in Seneca Falls. Browse their full Cram-tastic new and used vehicle inventory online at BillCramChevrolet.com.
And the inbounds pass to start the fourth quarter goes to Kyle Martinez as Vandemortel remains on the bench with those 3 fouls. So does Aiden Elliott with 4. And Dustin Case, who just checked in at the end of the third quarter, is on the court for Newark along with Green, Augusto, Peters, and Martinez. And now already a shot clock down to 10. Augusto drives and finishes with a left hand as Jaden Peters pumps his fist. Newark back on top by 2.
Great aggressive move by Augusto to get to the basket there.
Just the 4th point of the afternoon for the junior Augusto. Now it's McFarland's with it to the foul line, and now out to Humes, who tries a left-handed 3 on line but off the mark, a little too strong. Rebounded by Batavia. They miss a putback. Dustin Case there defensively as the ball goes out of bounds for Batavia, and here comes Vandemortel for Case. Checking in with 7:11 to go. Batavia outscored the Reds 12-11 in that third period. The Reds now lead by 1 as they work a little inside-outside foul line jumper from Batavia, no good off the back iron, and great rebound by Peters, pushes it up ahead to Martinez into Vandemortel's hands. Right-handed, couldn't finish at the rim, but he's fouled. Went up strong with the right hand, looked like he was going to convert, but just came up a little short as it rolled off the side of the rim.
Like seeing Newark push the action a little bit there. They've been content to walk it up most of the game today, but they pushed it up to Vandemortel and paid off for him getting to the foul line.
And he converts the first free throw. Free throw is going to be very important in a game this close here. Again, this is quarterfinals of the Class B1 finals. The winner will move on to the semifinals as Vandemortel's second free throw rattles in and out, and the Reds lead by 3 now with 6:50 to go in the ball game.
Newark changing over to a 1-3-1 a little bit.
Humes now up top to Francis. Francis penetrates and kicks to McFarland's. Back to Humes, top of the key. Now it goes far, foul line extended. Back to McFarland's, who buries a 3 from about 24 feet, and it's all tied up again at 41.
Great catch and shoot there by McFarland's. He's been quiet this the second half.
Martinez to Green. Green back to Martinez, left open top of the key. 3 ball from Martinez is no good. And long rebound into the hands of Batavia with 6:13 to go. Batavia with a chance to take the lead back. And now Humes, bounce pass to Francis. He'll reset with 19 on the shot clock, 6 on the game clock. Newark in that 2-3 zone. Francis looking at the seam of the zone, playing catch with McFarland's. Back to McFarland's. Quick 3-ball on the way. No good. And great work there by Joe Martinucci to fight for the rebound. It went out of bounds off a Newark Reds player. So fresh shot clock now for Batavia with 5:43 to go, all tied up.
Yeah, you could tell at the end of the third quarter, Coach Brasky had a talk with his guys. He wanted them to probably take a little more time in the shot clock before taking those threes.
Ball now back in bounds, inside on the block to Martinucci. A couple dribbles, now finds Francis from the foul line, who takes a jumper and misses, but big rebound by Batavia, and we got a foul on Devin Augusto on the putback. That'll be 3 on Augusto. Fouls all around for Newark as Aiden Elliott remains on the bench with 4. Vandermortel has 3, and now Augusto has 3. And that JV call-up, who we can't seem to find the name, wearing number 42 for Batavia, is at the foul line with a chance to give Batavia the lead, well short on the first free throw. He'll get another shot. And he knocks that one down, so odd numbers. Batavia leads 42-41, 5:28 to go. Here from Newark. As Josh Green controls the basketball and finds Vandermortel top of the key. Kicks it back to Green. He's going to try a 3. It's no good. Augusto, though, swings in for the rebound and tried to put it right back up. He's fouled.
Another nice effort by him to keep the ball alive and get the rebound and put it back up.
That's the first Batavia Blue Devil player with 3 fouls. That'll be Mason McFarland's third as Augusto knocks down the first free throw to tie this ball game back up. High drama here in Newark here with 5:17 to go in the fourth quarter. I'm Jim Sinicropi alongside Rhett Ticconi. Jeremy Hunt capturing the images that you'll see on Sunday morning in our live video replay of tonight's game as Augusto can't convert the second free throw, too hard off the back iron. Looks like he pulled the string on that one. 42-42, 5:09 to go. Batavia sets up Coach Brasky in the Batavia Blue Section 5 Class A Championship pullover. Coach Couperis in the khaki slacks and black top as Humes lets a 3-ball go, and that's no good. Out of bounds, it's going to be Newark basketball.
Let's see what Batavia does here. They've been doing a great job on Vandermortel the last few times down the court, really running a diamond and 2 and really pretty much face guarding.
So Vandermortel pops out from the paint to get the basketball. And now he hands off to Aiden Elliott back into the ballgame with those 4 fouls. He lost it way up to Vandermortel. Not a great pass, and it's off of a Batavia player and out of bounds. Vandermortel did a nice job trying to catch it.
It's like Martinucci knocked it off his knee.
17 seconds to go on the shot clock. They inbound and they try a bounce pass into Augusto, and he was muscled up from behind and fouled by Joe Martinucci. Second foul on Martinucci. So in fresh shot clock this time for Newark in this tie ball game. And we have a question from the scorers table for referee Eric Sage. It's 16 fouls for both Newark and Batavia here with 4:30 to go in the fourth. They inbounds to Elliott. They leave him alone at the 3-point stripe. He now kicks it out to Peters, who swings it over to Martinez. And Kyle Martinez, the senior point guard, will set things up now with 22 to shoot. Augusto comes out and gets it, kicks it over to Peters, back to Augusto. Augusto looked to drive with the left hand, cut off by Humes, back out to Peters, deep 3 on the way, no. Easy rebound for McFarland's, and Batavia looks to push. McFarland's pulls up from the 3-point line, misses short, but Martinucci flies in for the rebound and kicks it back out to McFarland's. Another 3-ball on the way short. Another rebound by Martinucci, 1 dribble, back up, and he's fouled.
Martinucci is clearing out the lane, and he's been very aggressive on the boards. I mean, that's 3 offensive rebounds he's had the last 2 times down the floor.
battling against much taller players there for Newark as he knocks down the first free throw to give Batavia a 1-point lead, and that foul is going to be the 4th on Mason Vandemortel, who will stay in the game here with 3:52 to go. Martinucci's second free throw, no good. Martinez with a nice box out of the shooter collects the rebound. 3:47 to go, 43-42. Reds trail Batavia. And Augusto rises and fires from about 18 feet. He misses, but Mason Vandemortel there with a putback to give Newark the lead back. It's now 44-43, and we got a timeout on the court. It's going to be a 30-second timeout. And Rhett, these seniors are looking at 3:36 left on the clock. Might be their last high school basketball action.
It's all or nothing right now for Newark. For their seniors, it's the same with Batavia. Batavia has been a little quick. I'd like to see McFarland's not take that quick three, pump fake, and drive to the basket. First half, he had a lot of success getting to the basket, either dishing or getting a couple layups that he had. Obviously, he is a good three-point shooter, but I think right now he's just a little too quick with that. On the defensive end for Batavia, they've been doing a good job with Peters and Vandemortel face guarding both of them in the diamond and two, but Vandemortel showing right there that his abilities get in the paint and get the shot he needs to get. That's what they're going to need to see in the next couple minutes here to finish this game out.
For over 65 years, Wilson Press has been serving Central New York as a commercial printer with a full-service mail house. Get in touch with them online at wpress.com. And Red's Place is serving great lunches daily in downtown Seneca Falls. Every Wednesday is 60-cent wing night and great lunch specials every day in downtown Seneca Falls at Red's Place. Been supporting our coverage since the beginning. As Vandemortel on the bench, maybe a little offensive defensive for Coach Kuparis with 3:31 to go. Batavia works it around the outside. It looks like Newark now in a 1-2-2 zone, and Aiden Elliott had tapped it away and then couldn't handle it. It went out of bounds in the corner. Batavia will inbounds now on the near side left-hand corner of the court in front of their own bench with 21 to shoot, and they throw it away on the inbound. Big break for Newark, up 44-43, 3:14 to go in the ball game. Kyle Martinez controls. Finds Josh Green now. Picks up his dribble in the far side corner, gets it back to Peters. Peters pulls up from the free throw line, and it rims in and out, and flying in for the rebound is Batavia, and coming the other way is Andrew Francis. He tried to dump it in McFarland's. McFarland's couldn't handle it at first, but did get it back, but wasn't able to shoot. And then McFarland throws it backcourt for an over and back as Vandemortel checks back into the ballgame now.
Last couple trips down the floor on the out-of-bounds play, they had an errant pass, and then right there McFarland's throws it to Francis on an errant pass, and it goes out of bounds to Newark.
So now Coach Brasky wants a 30-second timeout. Can tell you about the most modern theater in the Finger Lakes, which is also the oldest in America. See what's playing at the Omen Theater online at omentheater.com. And Jimmer's Auto on Fall Street in Seneca Falls offers a full inventory of late model cars, trucks, and minivans. Check out their full inventory online at jimmersauto.com. And 2:41 to go. Newark holding on to the slim 1-point lead here.
This is what we do, Jim. This is why we do it. Games like this. Two tightly contested teams played each other earlier in the season in another close one. And, this is where we'll see who's going to step up. The home team, Newark, the higher seed, or the tough, scrappy Batavia team that has played this game real tight all the way through.
So they inbound to Martinez. It's Martinez, Augusto, Vandemortel, Peters, and Green for Newark. And Martinez dribbles all the way to the corner, then kicks it back out to Peters. Now Martinez gets it back and buries a three-pointer from the corner. Kyle Martinez for three. It's a 4-point Newark lead. Brings the gymnasium alive as Batavia tries to match now. It's McFarland's top of the key for three. No good. Rebounded by Vandemortel. 2:13 to go. Reds lead by 4. Back into the hands of Kyle Martinez. Slowly takes it across the timeline. Batavia still in man-to-man defense. He now dribbles far side of the court, picks it up and swings it way across to Josh Green, who had to leap to catch that one. And now high-low Augusto to Vandemortel. Vandemortel muscled up and fouled. Misses a shot that'll head to the free throw line. Helped up by his teammates Jaden Peters and Josh Green. And a great sequence for Newark there, Rhett.
That's exactly what they need to do, get the ball to number 3. He's their main guy down low, and when they get him the ball down in that area, he's tough to stop. Martinez stepped up the time down before, hit that corner jumper. He's got 2 threes.
Vandermoor misses the first free throw, though. That is the 4th foul on Mason McFallens as well. So now McFallens with 4 and Aiden Elliott with 4. Aiden Elliott checks in for Josh Green. And also Mason Vandemortel with 4 for Newark. He's the man at the line trying to extend the lead. Comes up short, but it rolls over the front of the rim. And Vandemortel now with 16 points. Newark Reds lead by 5. 48-43, 1:43 to go in the ball game. They tried a dump down pass to Martinucci. It was kicked by Aiden Elliott, though. And so with 25 seconds to shoot, McFallens inbounds underneath his own basket against this Newark zone. Way up top, it goes to Francis. He sets things up. Francis bounce pass to McFallens. Back to Francis. Now to the foul line. Out to McFallens. 3 ball on the way. Good! So McFallens has come up empty on his last 5 3-point attempts, but knocks down that one when they really needed one there, right?
They're going to go down swinging with that 3-pointer. They haven't really looked inside much at all this second half. McFallens a little cold this second half, but he got that one to fall. He's got 2 3-pointers in the last couple times down the court. Brings them within 2.
1:29 to go, 48-46. Got a few boys games today going on. At 7 o'clock tonight, it'll be Wayne taking on Monroe in the Eagles Nest in Class A2 boys quarterfinal. A real tough sectional opener for the Wayne Eagles there. Then tonight at 7 o'clock, it's Geneva at Waterloo. You can hear that live on FL1 Sports. I'll call that game along with Kevin Sharp. And then at 7 o'clock, the Attica boys are at Penn Yan in a B2 boys quarterfinal game. A full slate of girls games on the slate as well. And of course, the winner here of this game will advance to face the winner of number 6 Greece Olympia at 3 seed Hornell. That's at 6 o'clock tonight. And then the top of the bracket, top seed Greece Odyssey will take on Livonia at 5 p.m. and they'll face the winner of that Waterloo-Geneva game at 7 o'clock in Waterloo. But right here, high drama, 48-46. Packed gymnasium in Newark. One team will advance, one will go home.
Batavia came out in a 1-2-2. They trapped in the corner. Got Martinez uncomfortable. He had to call timeout.
So with 1:23 to go, Newark leads by 2. They take a seat. And if you're Coach Gouperis right now, what are you telling your guys? You got a senior-laden group. He's got 3 seniors in the ball game, in Vandemortel, Martinez, and Peters, along with a couple of juniors, Green and Augusto.
They just need to be patient, work the ball around. Definitely would love to get it into Vandermortel. I think that's where this game will be decided. You don't want to see them take any early threes or really any threes for that matter at this point. Just keep working the ball around. They have 30 seconds on the shot clock, so they can get it down under a minute, and rely on their senior leadership to get it done.
Glad you could be with us this afternoon for the first of our split doubleheader coverage of the Class B1 quarterfinals here on FingerLakes1.com. I'm Jim Sinicropi, sitting next to Rhett Ticconi, Jeremy Hunt on camera for the video replay of this one, which will stream live at 10 a.m. tomorrow. And for Batavia, they come back with Francis. They just came back with another player for the first time wearing number 32. I'm assuming that's another JV call-up that wasn't on our roster, along with number 42 for Batavia, who we don't know their name. McFallens and Gilberto back in. And right now, Athletic Director Brian Corey is on the court. They are looking at one of the volleyball pole supports at midcourt.
Yeah, it looks like the cap has come on fast, and they're going to have to just tape that down so we can get on with the game. Jim, really, you'd like to see McFallens get to the basket. I've said it a couple of times, but he's just taking quick 3-pointers. Made a couple of them this half, but really, I mean, if he could get into the paint, he could either get his shot close to the rim or set up one of his teammates. And I think that's where, the difference in this game, he's just settling for threes.
So it is Batavia basketball trailing by 2. Newark basketball trailing by 2. They're moving from our left to right. 1:23 to go in this ball game. Both teams with 17 fouls. So there'll be free throws on any foul. And it's Josh Green throwing it in the backcourt to Kyle Martinez with 27 seconds on the shot clock. He finds Peters, almost throws it away, but Martinez goes up and gets it. Good awareness by Martinez. Finds Augusto, high-low foul line to Green, who shuffles it to Vandemortel. He's fouled! Circus shot over the side of the rim. The senior, Mason Vandemortel, comes up huge for the Reds.
Vandemortel left wide open on the backside there. They got the ball to him. Green got the ball to him on the drive, and he was hit and made the basket.
Now he heads to the foul line to complete the three-point play. He just gave the Reds a 4.2 possession lead, as we've got Jake Humes checking back in for Batavia. That foul goes on Andrew Francis, just his first. And now Vandemortel eyes the rim and comes up well short, and rebound Batavia. So Batavia trails by 4 now. 1:05 to go in the ball game. McFollins to Francis, foul line. Back out to Francis. Three ball on the way from Francis. In and out, rebounded by Aiden Elliott. And McFollins just fouled out of this ball game, I believe. Slapping down on Aiden Elliott's arms after the rebound, and he knows it. He's upset with himself. The senior leader for Batavia will be taking a seat for perhaps the last time in his career here if the Reds can hold on to this 4-point lead with 55 seconds left to go.
He's reluctant to come out of the game at this point, but he knows he's got to come out.
Yeah, they're hoping maybe they didn't notice. So it's going to be Caden White checking back into the game as McFollins takes his seat, gets a nice round of applause and some hugs from his teammates. And now it's Aiden Elliott with a couple of big free throws. This is still just a 4-point game with 55 seconds left to go.
Yeah. Francis is going to have to step up and try and get to the basket.
1-1. First free throw, no good. He gets his own rebound, though. Then they kick it back out, and Coach Gouperis wants a timeout and a big offensive rebound after the miss from Aiden Elliott.
Nobody boxed him out there. He went and got his own rebound off the foul shot. That's a major no-no. Nobody took the shooter.
You got to box out the shooter.
Absolutely.
They teach that one of the first things you learn in
Yes.
rec league basketball, youth basketball, and here in the quarterfinal game of the Class B1 Boys Section 5 tournament, that really hurt Batavia now. 51.6 seconds left to go. 50-46 Reds lead. It'll be Newark basketball.
Right now, if they just take care of the ball, I think this is theirs to win. Batavia seems a little shell-shocked once McFollins fouled out, and they just haven't been able to get any shots to fall this half. Really, they're getting the ball inside and kicking it right back out. Shooters who aren't making them right now.
McFollins finishes with 23 points, one of just 6 Batavia Blue Devils to score, although 2 of those Blue Devils with less than 2 points. And so now Newark back on the court. It'll be Josh Green inbounding in front of those 4 Newark students, the shirtless Newark students with the maroon Reds written across their chest. They loft it high up to Vandemortel. He has to go up and get it, but he does. Dribbles into a double team, almost throws it away, but Martinez has it. And now we have a foul. So with 45.6 seconds left to go, it'll be Kyle Martinez shooting 2. That's a 10th team foul on Batavia.
They almost got the steal on that pass from Vandemortel, but they settled in, got it to Martinez, and he got the foul.
Senior point guard on the free throw line, a couple dribbles, eyes the rim, let's go, and hits.
You like Newark's composure the last few times down the floor, looking to get it into Vandemortel, but taking care of the ball most importantly.
Martinez buries the first. It's a 5-point lead. Second free throw is in and out, rebounded by Batavia. They'll have to work quickly with 43 seconds to go. They trail by 5. Andrew Francis throws it off of Vandemortel's leg, out of bounds in front of the Batavia bench. And now Coach Brasky wants a timeout to talk it over. And, if you're Batavia, I think you get a quick shot, you get a quick foul.
Yeah,
try to extend this game.
Yeah, I would almost look inside. Newark has been very active up around the perimeter. have left the. There have been opportunities for their bigs down low. They need to get the ball, get a basket, and get some fouls. Newark hasn't exactly made a high percentage of their foul shots today. They're probably around 60% or so. So there's a good chance that that would work to their advantage if Batavia can get a bucket and a foul.
If this margin holds for Newark, it's likely that our Ciccino's Pizzeria player of the game will be Mason Vandemorter, who'll join us up here for the Little John Orthodontic Smiles with Style post game, but a little premature here with a 5-point lead for Newark, 39 seconds left to go. It is Batavia basketball.
Little work left to do. If they make their foul shots, because they're going to get fouled, they make those, they can put this away.
Ciccino's Pizzeria and Restaurant is celebrating 22 years in the Finger Lakes with locations in Waterloo, Geneva, and Del Lago Resort. Order online at ciccinos.com. It's going to be Francis inbounding right in front of his bench. Gets it up top to Zach Gilberto, who finds Humes. Kicks it across to Francis. 32 seconds to go in the game. Humes left wide open, but he shoots an air ball. He couldn't believe how open he was. And Batavia tries to save it into the hands of Kyle Martinez. Martinez fouled. And big-time breakdown in the Newark defense there, leaving Humes wide open, but didn't come close.
No, he was rushed that one a little bit. I think his shot, he hasn't basically shot a three of the whole half, so I think he rushed that one a little bit.
And Martinez misses the first of two, so even if he makes this, it's still a two-possession game, but boy, Batavia couldn't have had a better opportunity there than such a wide-open look. And Martinez does make it a 6-point game with a second free throw. He's now 2 for 4 from the line this period. Batavia rolls it up court. Francis picks it up at midcourt. Lets a three-ball go. He's open. No good. Ball tapped around. Back into Francis's hand. Another three-ball on the way. And good. 14 seconds left to go in the game. It's a 3-point game. And these three-pointers are wide open for Batavia.
They're getting very wide open looks. I'm not sure what if Newark's just settling to let them shoot those and then foul in hopes that they miss. But
they haven't shot a 2-point attempt in the half court all game.
Yeah.
It's amazing that Humes and then Francis twice in a row left wide open.
In Batavia, the second quarter of this game is where they did all their damage. They got inside the lane, got some easy 10, 15 footers, kicked it back out for some open threes. They didn't do that at all in the second half, and it's been the difference in this game, really.
So Batavia now just one timeout left with 14.3 seconds left to go. 11 team fouls on the Blue Devils, only 7 this half on Newark. Newark will come back with Augusto, Vandemortel, Green, Peters, and Martinez. They're going to be inbounding underneath their own basket against full court pressure. They lead by 3, 52-49. When the ball is inbounded, Batavia will probably be looking for a quick foul, but of course, ideally, they'll get a quick steal and maybe burn that last time out, set something up, try to tie this ball game. But here we go. Green to inbound. Martinez flashes. He's guarded. Vandemore was open. Green missed him. Off the hands of Peters. He tracked it down in the corner, and we have a foul on Jaden Peters.
Yeah.
Or against Jaden Peters.
Yes, yeah.
Peters will shoot free throws.
Looked like he was trying to go to Augusto on that. The ball got tipped away and landed in Peters' hands.
Josh Green missed Vandemore flashing right in his face, wide open. Nobody was guarding him. Instead, he kicked it to the corner to Peters, who almost lost it out of bounds, collected it, and was immediately fouled. And now he shoots 2 free throws and makes the first. That makes it a 4-point game. That makes it 2 possessions. Peters' first points of the fourth quarter. He has 14. Make it 15 as he knocks down the second. And now Coach Couperis wants a timeout with 13.1 seconds left. It's a 5-point game.
Peters, the senior leader, stepped up and knocked both free throws down calmly. And with that, barring anything crazy here, that should send Newark into the next round.
And we talked about it during our Marshall's Exteriors Keys to the Game, the need for Peters and Vandemortel to score. And Peters just picked up his 15th point. Vandemortel currently has 18 points. And if they can just not let Batavia hit a quick three here, they should be moving on.
And like we said, at the halftime with Coach Miller, some of the other guys for Newark needed to step up, and I think they did that in the third quarter. And then in the fourth quarter now, you've seen Peters and Vandermortel step up and make plays to finish this game off for Newark.
Same 5 on the court for the Reds. Augusto, Elliott, Vandermortel, Peters, and Martinez, as they're going to let Batavia. And Martinez is just causing a little trouble in the backcourt. They throw it into Francis. 12 seconds left to go in the ball game. Francis down the court to the basket. Over Elliott. Layup no good. Ball tapped around. Pulled down by Elliott. 4.2 seconds left to go in the ball game. He's fouled, and the Newark Reds are going to advance to the semifinals of the Class B1 championship as the crowd erupts. Jaden Peters playing up to the students on the far side of the court. Aiden Elliott to shoot free throws. Once again, 4.2 seconds left to go. Newark by 5.
Well, we knew it would be a tough one for Newark today, but they've made enough plays to get through this round.
And Elliott misses the first free throw.
Coach Caparis will probably be a little disappointed in the foul shooting of Newark today.
Second free throw, good.
At the end of the day, it didn't hurt him, but moving forward.
Francis gets the ball with 4 seconds left, lets one go as time expires. It's an air ball, and your final score, Newark 55, Batavia 49, and here come some of the students onto the court to collect Jaden Peters as the Reds head over to the bench, get set for handshakes, and when we come back, it'll be the Little John Orthodontic Smiles with Style postgame. Excuse me. As we'll have Mason Vandermortel up here in the broadcast booth with us. So once again, your final score from Newark, the first half of our split doubleheader, Newark Reds 55, Batavia Blue Devils 49. The Reds punch their ticket to Wednesday night's Class of B1 semifinal. We'll be right back to wrap it all up after this. Stay with us.
This live presentation of Wayne Finger Lakes High School basketball on FingerLakes1.com is brought to you thanks to the support of Generations Bank, Bill Cram Chevrolet, Little John Orthodontics, Marshall Exteriors, It's a Wonderful Run 5K, Cicino's Pizzeria and Restaurant, Finger Lakes Partners Insurance, Brad Van Dusen Photography, Penny's Place Family Restaurant, Stever's Garage, The Omen Theater, Red's Place, Wilson Press, Connie's Diner, the Newark Pilots and Geneva Red Wings, the Downtown Deli, and FingerLakes1.com digital marketing.
It's Big Truckin' Deals here at Bill Cram Chevrolet. Check out this cram-tastic inventory for big truckin' deals. Whatever truck you're looking for, we've got the inventory. Trucks for towing, trucks for family, trucks for work, and trucks for fun. Whatever you're into, we've got a big truckin' deal waiting for you. All roads lead to Bill Cram Chevrolet, Waterloo Exit 41, Highway 5 and 20 in Seneca Falls. See all our trucking deals at BillCramChevrolet.com.
The newest way to save money is also the easiest way to save money. With the new My Gen Perks mobile app from Generations Bank, you get access to thousands of local and national discounts on shopping, dining, travel, and so much more. The savings don't stop there. Generations Bank's Go Premium and Go Preferred checking accounts also include cell phone protection, roadside assistance, and 24/7 Tri-Bureau credit monitoring. Saving money is for everyone. Stop by any Generations office or visit mygenbank.com to open your account today. Member FDIC. Dr. Littlejohn, Dr. Barbie, and their outstanding orthodontic team share a common goal: to ensure the overall wellness of each of their patients through their exceptional orthodontic care. Dr. Rod Littlejohn and Dr. Liz Barbie are proud to support our area high school athletes.
And welcome back inside Newark High School, where once again your final score, the Reds 55, Batavia 49. It wasn't easy, but the Reds punched their ticket to the semifinal round, just one game away from the Big House. Now, were you on that floor at the Big House 2 years ago when Newark Miners beat Newark?
Yes, I was.
So you talked to these guys about, what that's like?
Oh, yeah, it's a lot of fun.
You and Jaden both, right?
Yep.
So up here with our Cicino's Pizzeria player of the game, Mason Vandermortel. here after that win. And Mason, like I said, it wasn't easy. You guys came roaring out. They came storming back. And then in the fourth quarter, you and then eventually Kyle and Jaden really took over as seniors. Did you feel like that it was your time to you didn't want your season to end or your career to end?
Yeah, this was our last time playing on this court, actually, so we wanted to go out with a bang. So I think we did.
Yeah, you certainly did. What did Coach Kuparis talk to you guys about in some of those final timeouts when it was a one-possession game?
Just to protect the ball and play defense, get our hands up on the threes and stuff like that, yeah.
Yeah, you know, letting them they were content to shoot three-pointers all second half. They got a lot of interior baskets in the second quarter there. What was the difference there? You know, you guys stayed in the 2-3 zone, but, you know, what was the difference out top, you know, with making them shoot just three-pointers?
I think we did a good job getting our hands up on the threes in the second half and kind of taking away their drive and closing out. We did a good job closing out in the second half. So,
what do you know about Hornell and who is it? Greece Olympia?
Yeah,
Olympia. Play the winner of Olympia and Hornell. You know, what do you know about those teams?
I don't know much about Hornell, but I know Olympia is actually a pretty good team. They gave Odyssey a run for their money, so I know that.
Yeah, absolutely. Now coming up at 7 o'clock, live on FL1 Sports, it's going to be Geneva and Waterloo, two teams that you know really well on the opposite side of that bracket. You guys going to go and check that one out, Waterloo?
I think we are. I think we're all going to go over there.
Nice early game today. You guys, evening to relax, go check out some of the other competition.
Yeah. Now, heading into the Blue Cross, if you get to the semifinals, we'll be there Wednesday. We don't know the location of where that'll be. I've heard maybe Bloomfield. But you're guaranteed another FL East team in the other half of the semifinal, whether it's Waterloo or Geneva. Do you hope that maybe you can get that all Finger Lakes East final again in the Blue Cross?
Yeah, I think that would be really fun, actually, so let's hope.
One game at a time, though, right?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
That's what Coach will tell you, right?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
One last thing here before we let you go. Was really impressive in that you guys did not look too great in the second and third quarters, but when it came right down to it, you had a big-time finish at the rim, an and-one play when you needed a bucket. Kyle Martinez, another senior, hit a big three from the corner, and Jaden stepped up late, hit a couple big free throws to seal it. You know, you guys have been part of this Newark program for a long time. Just talk about, you know, how important it would be to bring a sectional title back here for Newark.
Well, this has been our dream since 7th grade. Been all just coming together, playing as a team. And we've just been really looking forward to this moment, and we're just going to try very hard to get there and try to see what happens.
Well, hey, congratulations on the win. It was a great one. Hopefully there's a
few
more games on the slate here. I'll take those for you. You can get in there with your team. Congratulations, Mason. So that's Mason Vandermortel, an outstanding game here in his final game on this court here at Newark High School. He finished with 18 points. Jaden Peters finished with 15. Kyle Martinez with 8. Josh Green with 6. Devin Augusto with 5, and Aiden Elliott with 3. For Batavia, it was Mason McFounds with 23 points before fouling out late in the fourth period. Andrew Francis with 11. Jake Humes with 7. 4 for Camden White, and Joe Martinucci with 3. And Rhett, always a pleasure. This was just the type of game that we love to see. Tight,
no
you know, season on the line for both teams. Any final thoughts before we get out of here?
Now you could just tell that the Newark seniors recognize that, you know, this was their last game on this floor, and you know, they really stepped up in that fourth quarter. Mason Vandermortel, who, you know, was a little quiet in the second and third quarter with a little bit of foul trouble, he made sure that the Newark didn't end their season here on their own floor.
So we will go offline here for a couple hours. We'll be back online shortly before 7 o'clock. We'll call it probably 10 of 7 when we'll actually get the stream back on live for Waterloo High School. That'll be the other half of this B1 quarterfinal with the 5-seed Geneva Panthers playing the 4-seed Waterloo Indians in what should be a really, really good game in the nightcap. I'll be joined by Kevin Sharp for that one. And again, Newark will advance to play the winner of Greece Olympia, the 6th seed, and Hornell, the 3 seed. That game tipping off at 6 p.m. tonight. And then the other game in the Class B1 quarterfinals would pit the Greece Odyssey, 17-3, number 1 seed Greece Odyssey against the Livonia Bulldogs, the 8th seed. And that game's at 5 o'clock. So we're going to get all the scores from today's action for you, have them ready to go at 7 o'clock for the tip-off of that game in Waterloo. And once again, the Newark Reds with a gutty performance, really controlling the fourth quarter and punching their ticket to the semifinals, extending their season for at least one more game, and now they sit just one game short of the Blue Cross Arena in the Class B1 final. So once again, your final score here from Newark, it's the Reds 55, Batavia 49. For my broadcast partner, Rhett Ticconi, for our cameraman, Jeremy Hunt, and for everybody at FingerLakes1.com Sports, I'm Jim Sinicropi. We'll see you back online at 7 o'clock here on FingerLakes1.com.